What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
Did we hear that correctly? This woman seems to need a lesson in basic biology. Arambide has a law degree and also studied philosophy, yet she claims that men can get pregnant?
They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They're all gone aside. They're altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread and call not upon the Lord? There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak. For the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
I could begin to sense it when I was descending into a spirit world, and I cried out to God, and I said, Lord, I need the blood, I need your protection. Make sure you're right with God, and you're ready. Lord, protect me, keep me safe.
The whole thing just felt like a fucking ritual. Like, the way people were acting and stuff like that is just like really, really weird.
The sacred goddess, the goddess. Have you ever wondered why all of a sudden there's an explosion in sodomy? You ever wondered why that you've got all this transgenderism going on today? There were definitely sodomite temple prostitutes. The ancient religion of Babylon, they all have one thing in common. Lucifer. He's the light bearer.
It is very important that both men and women understand that we are currently in the midst of a giant global war invocation. The entire occult world is invoking a massive spiritual gender war.
And might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with God. The children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the day of battle. They kept not the covenant of God and refused to walk in his law.
During later scenes, they are shown in a fiery hellscape while being burned at a stake, in which they both emerged from unscathed.
After the masculine energy attempts to bind the feminine, consuming fire is unleashed, destroying the patriarchal rebellion, leaving a post-apocalyptic scene that parallels the aftermath of nuclear war.
The esoteric occult symbolism in this scene is very thinly veiled. The black spikes everywhere, not to mention the octagonal shape of the serpent scales, in clear reference to the deadly venom graphene oxide ferrofluid injected from the fangs of the New World Order beast straddled by the promiscuous goddess. Western power.
The groomers have come out of the woodwork. and many people are waking up to the dark side of Disney. Investigative journalist Christopher Rufo has outlined a partial list of Disney employees who have been arrested for child sex crimes. Of course, child predators will naturally seek employment at Disney, but it's everywhere within the company. Director of Music Publishing John Healy was charged with 3 felony counts of child sexual abuse in 2017. Vice President Michael Laney was convicted of sexually abusing a 7-year-old girl in 2019. Both actor-producer Brian Peck and director Victor Salva were rehired by Disney after they served time for raping children from the set. The subliminal sexualization of children has demonstrably been a part of Disney's work for generations, embedded into their animations. Several whistleblowers have claimed that Disney has been used since its very beginning as a form of mind control and MK Ultra, most famously for their Project Monarch princess programming of little girls. So it's really no surprise that Disney's corporate president admittedly wants to flood Disney stories with the so-called LGBTQIA agenda, which we now understand to be code for pedophilia. And they have amassed an army of the miserable through mass psychosis, an army of ugly, insane, sexually obsessed deviants who want abortion on demand and acceptance for pedophiles. Psychotics who castrate their own children because it's trendy, and mindless drones who believe the human race needs to die. If you are dumbfounded by the motivation to systemically seduce all children into thinking that they can change what sex they are, then it is because you are a more balanced human being. And if you think tricking a child into believing they were born in accident is evil, then you are likely a person who believes in God, spirit, or love, whichever word you are more comfortable with. When it comes to belief in God, people fall into 3 categories: the faithful, the agnostic, and the atheist. The faithful believe in God, the atheist doesn't, and the agnostic is open-minded either way. Both the faithful and agnostic can be accepting of this unseen spirit realm, which allows them the ability to strive towards balance with nature, but others are at war with it. The atheist will argue that there is no proof of God, and therefore there is no God, which is nothing more than materialism, the doctrine that nothing exists except for physical matter. Rudolf Steiner described 2 types of evil within the hearts of man: Luciferic and Ahrimanic. Luciferic is the evil force that wants to be free of the laws of nature, and Ahrimanic wants to obsessively control the laws of nature. We can also describe these energies as satanic and materialistic. While the Satanist believes in God and the materialist may not, they both want to dismantle nature and control it. And they are no longer hiding in the shadows. Their radical war against nature is now out in the open for all to see.
But control of data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design.
The birth of a living human soul comes as a result of the sexual union between a man and a woman. This sexual union is perhaps the most potent spiritual energy that humans can achieve. It is sacred and divine, which is why the evil forces who seek to play God have been subverting it for decades with pornography, abortion, and the welfare system. They seek to replace the mother and father and control this sexual power with technology, making woman their #1 target. California is introducing a bill that would allow mothers to kill their babies up to 7 days after birth, completely demoralizing what it means to mother a child. And if castrating a man can legally make him a woman, then can mutating a human legally make him non-human? Many are discussing whether or not transhumans will qualify for human rights in the future. And with the mother out of the way, who will teach them about love? A child created and raised by the state will be subjected to the authority of the state from birth till death. This is the ultimate goal, and it now seems to be within their grasp. Embryos have been created in laboratories without human sperm or eggs. China's Suzhou Institute of Biomedical Engineering and Technology has created a system to raise human embryos with an artificial intelligence that monitors and adjusts the nutrition, carbon dioxide, and other levels within an artificial womb. The system was originally created to bring the birth rate in China back on track after its disastrous one-child policy, but it's just another step towards dismantling nature and playing God. And so it's good that you see this all as insane. But it would really be great if we could all stop these psychopaths before they kill us all.
Now, when the Bible tells us that the Spirit speaketh expressly, this is letting us know that the Spirit of God is being very outspoken on this particular point. And if the Spirit of God is being outspoken, we would be wise to pay close attention to whatever information that the Spirit of God is trying to convey to us.
Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.